Right, so today I've come to a place which many of you will probably recognise. Now this is a deep shelter again, however this one is a little bit more unique because it was retrofitted into an older structure. So in the 1870s they built a gun battery to overlook the Channel crossing to defend against potential French invasion. Now, the guns on that became obsolete at the turn of that century, and then during the Second World War, because this structure was already here, they upgraded the guns on that battery to 6-inch breech-loading guns, and then they decided to build a deep shelter. Now, this part here is a magazine store that was part of the structure of the 1870s. They used this tunnel and then drove more tunnels down to create the Second World War deep shelter. So what I'm going to do, I'll turn you around now and we'll take a quick look in this part. This is the Napoleonic part, and then we'll go down into the Second World War deep shelter and take a look around. Right, so this is pretty much it as you get down the tunnel a few feet and turn a corner. So you can see immediately it changes here, and down there is our Second World War shelter. But we will take a quick look here first. This was the magazines for the... Oh, that's a bit noisy, sorry about that. So you can see here that this is driven into chalk, which obviously is typical of this area. Everything's made of chalk. And then if we go into here, what are we going to find? No, there's lots of modern rubbish. Okay, so it's just the single room here. A little bit of the metal work there from the Second World War construction. But as you can probably tell by the colour here, that I've been told that what they used to do, the local kids used to take tyres from the place above here and set fire to them down here. So when we do go down into the deep shelter, it is quite black, unfortunately. But we should still be able to see some quite interesting things. I mean, that's obviously original wood from this time period. And I think, yeah, the hinges are still there. I imagine the door probably got burnt by the kids. But anyway, so this is what we came here to see. What's this, old milk carton? So let's go down. Now I am on my own today, but there are a couple of people above ground that do know exactly where I am, and they are going to meet me in a little while, so we're all safe. Right, okay. Already this place is different from a lot of the other deep shelters in the area. I've not seen metalwork like that halfway up the stairs before. We can see here that there's conduit running down the sides, some in better condition than others. So, probably for electrical purposes. Right, okay. Let's turn this torch up a little bit. Yeah, you can see it's quite dark down here, can't you? Right, well, let's basically do a lap and we'll see what we can find. I think I'll probably go this way first. Now, although there's a lot of chalk here, it's not come through, so this has been, they've been moved from a different area maybe. No, there's no collapses here. Okay. However, I do know that there is a large collapse in this place, so actually that's probably where this has been moved from. Oh wow, look, that curves off. Hold on, I'll use the square beam. You can see it curves off down at the end there. But yeah, there's a lot more here than some of the other places. A lot of these pipe, you know, a lot of the pipe work and things were torn out of the old deep shelters. Or the other ones in the area, sorry. And these walls are, yeah, these walls are also interesting. Not something that was normally found in the other deep shelters. Not of this kind of layout anyway. So again, far more unique, this one. Yeah, so at the moment we've got 2 parallel tunnels with interconnecting ones every now and then, but the pipework's still running down the side here. I'm surprised that's still there. Ah, right, okay, so this is where the collapse has taken place, obviously, but we can see here evidence of, I'm going to guess that they were sinks, purely because of their height, and you've got the metal work on the wall there to support sinks. That's going to be my guess. Oh, it goes back. See, I thought it went this way. So obviously here we can see, if I move back a little bit, that there has been a collapse here, quite a sizable one, because you can see where the floor level is down there and how high up this is, and how much of a void there is in the ceiling now. I will definitely be getting a photo of this area before I leave. It's one of the most iconic parts of this tunnel, I think. But we'll continue on down this tunnel. We'll see what else we can find. So I believe that this is probably the secondary entrance, which is buried. You can find the outside of this, but there is about 30 foot worth of backfill. And yeah, again, this part's unlined and has suffered quite dramatic rockfall over the years. But up here, and that's it. There's obviously little gaps going out to the surface, so maybe not 30 feet, because I just spotted a spider there, and they usually hang out near entrances, so maybe it's not that full, you know, the backfill is not 30 feet, or if there is, there's a little gap for the little creatures to crawl around. So that's the end of that part. So, oh, that's quite a nice shot as well. So let's keep going. We'll go back and we'll go down that other parallel tunnel, see if there's anything else we can find. Right, so we go down here this time. Right, so yeah, I mean, it's fairly free of rubbish, which is always nice, but I believe that takes us back to the way we came. Yes, the remains of what looks like mattresses. Whether or not they're from the time period, I really couldn't comment on that. Probably not, but could this be a light fitting? It may well be. No, probably more likely to be like a metal bowl or something. Second World War lampshades in this area of the country, and in most, to be fair, were usually a kind of like a green dome. Yeah. Yeah, shame about the fire damage and the graffiti, but all in all, quite bad, quite good actually. Could probably clean this up. I'm not sure that they want to though. Oh. So yes, that was the deep shelter down here. Really nice to see this after so long. This was one of those ones that was open for years and years and years, and as such you'd always be like, oh, well, that's always open, we'll go down next time. And by the time we decided to do it, years back, they locked it up. But yes, occasionally people do open it up, which is what's happened past couple of days, which is what's given me the opportunity to come back down. And yeah, it'll most likely be sealed up, and I'll certainly not put the video out until it has been sealed, just so that more people don't start fires or damage the place. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.